On his deathbed, the wealthy grandfather wanted to pull out a hair of the girl's head for a paternity test because he always suspected that the girl in front of him was the granddaughter he had been searching for. But he couldn't do it even though he tried with all his might. Grandpa passed away with regrets. Lisa saw him lose consciousness. Lisa rushed out to call Lucy and his mother and called the emergency services. At this time the grandmother is still in the toilet. Lucy choked and stood at the door waiting for her grandmother. Grandma came out and was shocked to see Lucy in tears. Listening to the grandmother's cries, Lucy and Lisa were also in tears. Lisa was so sad, although she didn't know he was her real grandfather. But every time we see him, he gives us a sense of closeness that we haven't seen for a long time. At the funeral, the whole family cried uncontrollably. Anna came to see the old man off for the last time, but on this occasion, mother and daughter met in the restroom. Unfortunately, they didn't know each other. The daughter she had been looking for. Just like that, they passed her by. Lucy was very sad. She asked Lisa if her grandfather had left any last words before he left. What Lucy didn't know was that Lisa was actually her cousin. Grandpa's sudden death. Grandma was the most devastated. She blamed herself for not being able to be with her husband at the last moment. At one point, she even wanted to go with her husband. When her stepmother found out that Lisa had broken up with Tom, she asked her about becoming an entertainer at Furong Pavilion. She thought she could dance anywhere. When Lisa didn't want to do it, stepmother said that entertainers nowadays are different from before. Nowadays, everyone treats them as artists and they make a lot of money. The dance troupe she's currently studying for only recruits 1 or 2 people a year, and she may not even get in. And even if she does, her salary is less than 200,000 yuan, which isn't enough to cover the family's expenses. Lisa angrily blamed her stepmother for losing all her money in the first place. If she hadn't lost all her money, she could have gone to graduate school, and she wouldn't have to live in a rented house. Stepmother said she didn't know what would happen and asked Lisa to think about it. Lisa didn't want to hear anymore and went back to her room. In the evening, her stepmother found out that Lisa had been drinking. She brought some honey water and asked Lisa who she had been drinking with. Lisa found out what her stepmother was up to and told her that she would never be an entertainer, so that she wouldn't do it. But her stepmother kept brainwashing Lisa that she could earn a lot of money by dancing at the Hibiscus Pavilion. Lisa said that if she became an artist, she wouldn't be able to be a dancer. Her sister also accused her mom of going too far. Lisa got a job as a waitress in a restaurant to supplement her family's income. Friends came to eat at Lisa's restaurant to support his work. The grandmother told her son to stop looking for a child. She thinks her husband died because he was looking for a child and she wants him to stop seeing Anna. At night, Lisa came home and saw the bank card Tom gave him, thinking that since we broke up, she had no reason to keep it. The next day, she came to Tom's door, but as soon as she took out the card, she heard Tom's voice. Lisa panicked and hid behind a car, watching Tom silently. Seeing him again made Lisa's heart feel bad. How can you forget what was once so beautiful? When Tom came home at night and saw the bank card on the table, remembered that this is his gift to Lisa. Then he went to the kitchen and asked the aunt who sent it to him. Auntie said she took it from the mailbox at the door. Lisa's behavior once again aroused Tom's heart, so he came to Lisa and proposed the idea of Lisa being his sister to help him realize his dream. Obviously he had fallen in love with Lisa, but he broke up with her with his own mouth. Now he wants to use this way to make Lisa stay by his side. Lisa is a girl with a strong sense of self-esteem, so how could she accept his charity? Lisa wants to avoid this person who played with her feelings and wants nothing more to do with him. The girl learns from her stepmother that she is not her father's daughter. She curled up in bed alone for a long time. When her father came home, she went to her father's room and asked him where she was born. At that moment, her father pretended not to know anything and said he had forgotten which hospital it was. Lisa wanted to grab her father's hair and get a paternity test. Seeing that he could no longer hide the truth, he told Lisa the truth. Lisa sadly asked her father where he found her. Her father didn't know. He only knew that it was in the south of the Yangtze River. After learning the truth, Lisa left the house in a state of confusion and despair. Her sister followed her, worried about her. Lisa sat on a chair downstairs and wept. So many things have happened to her lately, and this was the last straw that broke her back. Her sister waited for hours. When she didn't go back, she came over and tried to persuade her to go back. Lisa was about to leave when she ran into her brother. She borrowed $70,000 from her brother and took a taxi. When the family found out that Lisa had borrowed money to leave, they began to panic. They were worried that something might have happened to Lisa. They searched everywhere, but they didn't see Lisa. But Lisa took a taxi to the entrance of Hibiscus Pavilion. Mr. Wu was surprised to see Lisa come uninvited. Lisa said right away that she wanted to come here as an artist. Of course, Mr. Wu welcomed her, but he didn't understand why Lisa suddenly changed her mind. Lisa lied that the dance troupe had run out of enrollment, but one look at Lisa's clothes told him that he hadn't thought it through, and that it was a spur-of-the-moment decision. Lisa said she wouldn't change her mind. President O took out an envelope and gave it to Lisa. He told him that everyone who comes in will be paid a signing bonus. He hoped that Lisa would think carefully before making a decision. If she changes her mind, she doesn't have to pay it back. Lisa opened the envelope and saw a large bill inside. On her way back, she ordered a bottle of white wine at a street stall and drank it alone. Then she went to her adoptive mother's grave. She recalled the happy times of her family when she was a child. Unfortunately, Those happy times no longer exist. She doesn't understand why her real parents abandoned her. Now she's confused and doesn't know what to do with herself. She's extremely depressed because Lisa didn't take her cell phone with her when she left the house. The family could do nothing but wait at home. Lisa finally returned late at night. She went back to her room in a state of shock and didn't pay any attention to anyone. Lisa lay on her bed, unable to sleep. She came to Tom's door. Tom saw that Lisa had become a bit haggard. Lisa asked him for her hairpin from the sorority. Tom was a bit upset and lied that he had lost it somewhere. Lisa asked Tom to go to the store next door to buy him one. The two of them went to the store to buy a hairpin. Lisa put the hairpin on her head just like the first time they met. Tom went home and kept thinking about Lisa's face. That kind of heartbreaking look in her eyes. He opened the drawer and took out the hairpin. He couldn't figure out why Lisa cared so much about the clip. The next day, Lisa asked her stepmother to quit her job at Hibiscus Court because she had made up her mind to go to Hibiscus Court. She said it wouldn't be good for the whole family to work there. Her stepmother was more than happy to help. Lisa asked where her father had gone. Stepmother said he'd found a job. After Lisa left, the stepmother looked in the mirror and thought her day was coming. Lisa asked her father out to dinner. She thanked him for raising her and told him she was going to the Hibiscus Pavilion. After hearing this, her father blamed himself for not being able to give his daughter a better life. Father and daughter were in tears. Lisa also took out a sum of money from her bag and gave it to her father. She told her father to use the money to pay the rent. When the time comes, she will try to help him buy a house. Lisa then asked her sisters out for dinner. They asked her if she had found a good job. Back home, Lisa packed her things and took one last look at her classical dance photos and gave up on her dream. Lisa took her things and was ready to go out, but her sister came back at the same time. Seeing her carrying her luggage, she guessed that she was going to the Hibiscus Pavilion and immediately went forward to hold her luggage to prevent her from going. She thinks they can earn money slowly. Why should she give up her dream to go to that kind of place? In a moment of desperation, she bit Lisa's hand holding the luggage. It turns out that the son of a plutocrat learned from his ex-girlfriend's sister that Lisa had become an entertainer. From his ex-girlfriend's sister, he found out that Lisa had become an entertainer. This made him very angry. He immediately went to his ex-girlfriend's workplace. But Hibiscus Pavilion cannot enter just want to enter there. Everyone to see the artiste need to get the permission of executive director Lee Can Be. But Lee executive is not in today. Tom, without saying a word, took out a banknote and asked the security guard to help pass the message to Lisa. Lisa is not willing to see him. Tom ignored the blocking of the crowd, rushed inside and kept calling Lisa's name. Lisa was sitting calmly in her room. Tom shouted outside, but did not do anything. Tom pushed open the door and saw that Lisa was safe and sound and finally breathed a sigh of relief. Then he took Lisa's hand and wanted to take her away. But Lisa was as cold as a rag doll, letting her go. Tom was carried out by several people. Everyone at Hibiscus Pavilion knew about this. They are talking about that as Lisa's boyfriend. This matter also spread to executive director Lee. She took the initiative to call Tom to allow him and Lisa to meet to let them talk things out, provided that she is accompanied by the side. Because of the fear that Tom will do overreaching behavior. Not long after Tom came in, he tried to convince Lisa to leave with him, said he could give her money if she needed it. But Lisa didn't take it well. She said she'd be honest and make money on her own. She told him to mind his own business. After all, the two no longer have any relationship. Managing director Lee saw that Lisa has already expressed his attitude and it is pointless to talk about it, and asked Tom to leave and leave her alone. Before leaving, Tom righteously told Lisa that he will certainly take him away from here. When Tom returned home, he thought that Lisa chose to go to Hibiscus Pavilion because she couldn't let go of him. The next day Tom contacted Mr. Wu. He offered to help Lisa pay back the money she owed him. Mr. Wu deliberately raised the amount to 100 million. Tom didn't care. He just wanted to take Lisa away from here. Tom said he wanted to see Lisa again. Mr. O said if he doesn't change his mind, then you have to give up. Tom agreed. Mr. Wu saw that Tom liked Lisa very much and was well qualified and asked Lisa why she turned down such a capable man. Later, he found out that it was Tom who broke up with her and now he's stalking her. He's really asking for it. He asked her to go and talk to Tom in person. Lisa specially brought the hairpin Tom bought to meet him. Tom asked Lisa to leave Hibiscus Pavilion first and he would find a way to get his father's company to organize a dance troupe for her. Lisa said she wasn't interested. She has decided to stay and must succeed. Tom didn't know how such an innocent Lisa could become like this. Lisa said it was her destiny. Tom said he couldn't do anything if she was there. Lisa felt that Tom was still so selfish in the end, only thinking of his own feelings and letting others cooperate with him. Lisa didn't want to say anything more to Tom and turned to leave. Tom went after her but he shook her off. The two of them parted on bad terms. The next day, her sister came to visit Lisa at Hibiscus Pavilion because she missed her sister. Lisa also happened to be back from her trip. They were very happy to see each other after such a long time. She asked her sister how she was doing. She learned that Lisa was living a good life and was very busy. She even brought Lisa's favorite rice cake for her. Lisa was touched. In that family, she was the only one who was kind to her. On Lucy's side, her parents are divorced. President O, who was already fond of Jack, went to the president's house every day and even imagined that she had become the mistress of the house. But Jack's heart has already flown to his first love. He came to Anna's house to tell her about his divorce and expressed his feelings for her. The son of a plutocrat is still stalking his ex-girlfriend even after they broke up. The girl was poor. He was worried that his parents wouldn't be able to accept her, but now he's lost her and only knows how to cherish her. In order to prevent his ex-girlfriend from continuing to work as an entertainer, he directly proposed to marry her. Today is Lisa's first day at the guests' table. She's changed into her costume and ready to perform on stage. After today, she'll say goodbye to her dream of becoming a dancer forever. This side of the president will also explain to Lee executive to pay attention to every move of the guests. Do not let the first appearance of Lisa was scared. The moment the curtains opened, everyone was amazed by Lisa's stunning face. With the music playing, Lisa waved her sleeves freely. It was as if she was saying goodbye to her past self. The guests were amazed by her beautiful dance and unique temperament. After the show, the guests learned that this was Lisa's first time performing in a guest room. They gave Lisa a generous tip. This makes Lisa a little unexpected. At the instruction of Executive Director Lee, Lisa gladly accepted the reward from the guests. President Wu learned that Lisa's first performance went well and hoped that she could continue to work hard not to forget the beginning because of a little tip. Lisa received the reward to buy gifts for everyone in the Furong court. This makes President Wu and Managing Director Lee very appreciated that Lisa is a sensible girl, but she is still a little worried about Tom, feeling that he will not give up so easily. As expected, since the last time he met with Lisa, Tom has not been able to calm down. All he could think about was Lisa's escort. Then he called a friend to make a reservation at the Hibiscus Court in his name and asked Lisa to perform. The friend asked why, but Tom kept it a secret. He just told his friend to do as he said. Tom and his friends soon arrived at Hibiscus Pavilion. The friend also told Tom that when he made the reservation, he was told that Lisa was not a companion but just came out to dance. At this time, Executive Director Lee came in to entertain them. Saw Tom, immediately understood what was going on. Then a few girls followed. They have sat next to a few people. Tom asked Lisa to come out quickly. Managing Director Lee told Lisa that there was Tom among the guests. Lisa changed the dance to a song. When she slowly entered the room wearing a beautiful classical costume, Tom was stunned. Eyes always stayed on Lisa. Lisa's singing started. Tom's heart began to choke with pain as the past of the two of them appeared before his eyes. After Lisa left, Tom also did not have the heart to stay and left alone first. Managing Director Lee took the tip left by Tom. Inside the amount of money quite large, but Lisa did not accept it. Instead, she asked Lee Managing Director to distribute to everyone. Back home, Tom, at this moment, finally realized his heart. He loved Lisa very much and could not live without her. So the next day, he went to the jewelry store to buy a dove-sized diamond ring to propose to Lisa. Lisa had no choice but to take Tom into her room. Tom told Lisa to pack her bags and leave with him. He'll talk to Mr. Wu. Lisa calmly told Tom that she was over it and no longer resented him. But he won't leave here. Tom thinks that Lisa came here because she was upset about breaking up with him. Lisa knows that Tom is changing rapidly and doesn't want to be confused by his feelings. If they don't end it now, they'll both regret it later. Back home, Tom started packing and told his parents that he was going out for a month to live on his own and pursue the girl of his choice. His father, who is anxious to have a grandchild, is really looking forward to it. When Tom was ready, he set off for Hibiscus Pavilion. The son of a conglomerate asks the president of Hibiscus Pavilion to let him work here as an unpaid employee. The president asked him what he could do. Tom said he could clean, serve tea, drive and do all kinds of odd jobs. He wanted to make Lisa come back to him and take her away. This time he was very determined and told President O who he was.